Apparently Joe just did something incredibly cool, but we weren't recording yet.
Yeah, I mean, like, I fell off the cliff, but then still, like, teleported into the bridge and lived.
And lived. Well, you'll just have to believe him. I saw it happen. Hello, everyone. We couldn't get a thumbnail out in time tonight. It's nobody's fault. You know, Joe is 100% responsible for crafting the thumbnail, but like I said, we are both equally to blame. Joe beat Mario without touching the ground, but it was off screen.
Yes.
And you'll just have to believe me.
You'll just have to believe me. I did it off screen. I'm good at this game. Yeah, that's like Billy Mitchell, the cheater.
Wait,
the Donkey Kong cheater.
So wait, is that how he lied? Was he like, I did it, and they believed him?
Well, yeah, like he was, his word was always taken at face value, and whenever it required like video proof, he would just send them a tape, a really doctored tape, and not play in public ever.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How was everyone okay with this for so long? Is it because he owned the hot sauce?
Yes. Well, it's because he like paid their bills, the like scorekeeping company.
All right. So is the Billy Mitchell era of like cheating and everybody going along with it, was that like a middle-aged thing, or did this happen when all these people were young?
That's a good question. They have gotten away with it for many years, so like, I don't think they were young exactly when they were setting these records, were they?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like is Billy a self-made man, or do you think he comes from a hot sauce dynasty?
I don't know.
A dynasty of cheaters and frauds. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if Billy was a pretty self-made guy, and that lying was just one of the tools in his toolbox, and he personally sees nothing wrong with it. He was in his early 20s when he started lying. That's pretty early. That's young. And nobody was like, well, I got nothing to lose. Fuck this guy. Nobody was like that. I feel like in your 20s is when a lot of these guys either get rooted out or they
damn it.
Or they permanently establish a place through various lies and kissing up and, you know, being someone who's not me. Who I hate. Welcome to Thingus. Let's go. Tonight I'm drinking Dead Billionaire. I think I drank this last week too, but it's ice cold tonight. I gave Joe the collector can. Did you know, Joe, that your can is worth thousands of dollars? Because it says Armless Palmer on it instead of Dead Billionaire. They changed it because I guess they were going to get sued by Arnold Palmer's estate. And as a result, they have a lot of cans that still say that. So if you order them from Walmart, they will sometimes send you the ones that still say Armless Palmer. And Mike was just too curious. He had to know how many assholes think they're smart and can turn that into a collector's item on eBay. And it turns out quite a few. And I'm kind of the opinion that stuff like that is is made to be wasted. Like stuff where people are like actively trying to create value out of it. Like I feel like If I had some fuck you money, I would just buy boxed versions of Mario 64 and open them and play them all the way through. And taste the sweetness.
Like we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. This is a
Every time I
$1 million.
die, we have to open a new one.
Yeah, it's a, this is a 9.8, right? Like, that's what it says on the stupid, like, plastic box on the outside. I don't know. I already crumpled it up and threw it away.
Well, I suppose if you preserve Mario 64s, you'll at least make it so there's more of them in the future to, you know, as some of them will wear and tear away, get broken. Those ones that were unwrapped by our civilization might fall into the hands of another.
Right. Yeah, exactly. When the source files are completely gone, and the only way to play it is to channel electricity into an N64 system with a brand new unwrapped game. Somebody will be able. Whoa! Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
He's good on purpose. He's really so good. I mean, no, I do love the idea that
They
cartridges.
made a game good on purpose and not a piece of shit. They made a game on purpose.
There are a few joyful Mario songs about being good on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where I was going with this.
Well, you know, something about those cartridges being worth something, and it's maybe not like the same when we're talking about a beverage that expires eventually. Those are not going to be worth something in the future, are they?
Right. A can of sugar and water is not going to be worth anything. Unless we can generate fake value from them. And I proposed this to you at dinner before. Has there ever actually I read this in a cat and girl comic just today. The question of whether anything that anybody assumes is going to be valuable has ever been valuable. Has that ever come true?
What, like, is gold actually valuable?
All right, I'll give you that. No, by the time everyone realized gold was valuable, it was already valuable, though, right? There was no period where people were like, I think this is going to be worth something.
I mean, but like gold has gone up a lot in value in our lifetimes. So like, I don't know, you can always say that. I think it's going to be worth something.
Right. It's going to be, well, yeah, but I feel like a lot of really stupid people buy gold, right?
Well, I don't know if you want to have a lot of gold in your possession. Like, what are you going to do with it? Just nothing? You just hold it and do nothing with it?
I don't know. I mean, the value of gold fluctuates. So it might be worth something or it might not.
Yeah.
It'll never not be worth something, but that's because it's an actual mineral that is of limited quantity.
Yeah.
A mass-produced can of soda is never going to compare to gold.
Actually, I disagree. I think when I'm sitting here with my, headphones on and everything, and this can is worth more than gold.
Oh,
this
I agree.
cold can.
I agree. It's ice cold. It's so cold. It's so delicious. It's worth a lot here and now.
Yeah.
It's not worth anything in your garage. Like, it's not worth anything in the man cave that you you caught your wife drinking one of them one day and you're screaming at her about it. Telling her she just drank $200.
I'm upset about the idea of someone like storing these in like a giant fridge, like using power to store them like they were cryptocurrencies.
You think like You think that's part of preserving their value is keeping them cold?
No, I think someone thinks that though.
Yeah, no, that is like the most cursed storage. That is the most cursed thing in storage, right? Cans of soda that someone thinks will someday be valuable.
Yeah.
And they're being kept cold.
Yeah, like to preserve them or something. Or like maybe they have like some belief that like if you store cans for like decades, they get really cold.
They get really, really cold. Oh my God. Well, like it really is a very strong selling point, as you suggested, that a drink be cold.
Yeah.
Like that's Coors' whole thing, right? Like you look at like a bottle of Coors and there's a picture of a mountain with snow on top.
Yeah.
Like if there's
That's
anything
what's
you know
keeping
about
it cold.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there can't be anything colder than a Coors. It's at like, you know, a mile elevation above the earth. Shit's so cold. So Lopsy asks, can you make a game good by mistake? Well, we would have to extend that to any art, right? Can you make something good by mistake? I mean, I think it has happened, like, you know, generally I think that's known as naive art, right?
Naive art?
Yeah, art that's kind of made in a vacuum by somebody with no formal training and no awareness of what good taste might look like.
Yeah.
And, you know, like Henry Darger type stuff, right? Like somebody who just like sat in a room and painted a world and it was a beautiful world, but they don't. Well, the thing is, he thought that was good.
Yeah.
So is that good by mistake? No. All right, let's think of an example of good by mistake.
What's good by mistake? Well, I mean, there are things that are bad, but people like it, or like they like things about it that are good, or maybe they like things about it that are bad.
Mm-hmm. Right. There are multiple layers of meaning behind certain. I feel like viral internet videos can fall into this category, right? Like Star Wars Kid is good by mistake, right?
Well, I don't know. Is it funny on its own, or are the edits much funnier?
Right. Somebody else made it good. That I feel like that can't count, because obviously somebody else can always improve the original.
I was thinking of Star Wars something like, this is like not an example of this, but like, the Christmas special was like something that's so bad it's bad, like it's not good by being bad.
Right.
It's like hard to watch because it's bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think though, like intent counts for a lot. I mean, yeah, so bad it's bad is a category that I think people have become more aware of in the like post irony period, where people are just like sick of liking things because they're so bad they're good.
Yeah.
And just being like, okay, well, this just sucks. Why am I wasting my life with this? But I feel like intent matters. And the thing is, like, you know, you've got things that are good. Like, you could call it good by mistake. Like you could say The Room is not objectively good, but it is. But it is good. But Tommy Wiseau thought The Room was good.
Yeah.
Right? It would have to be something that the artist was trying to make bad. Like the producers.
Yeah.
The producers, there you go. Good by mistake.
No Way Out.
The Springtime for Hitler, specifically.
Yeah.
Is good by mistake. That's fictional, unfortunately. But I think it's an example, right?
Yeah, I can't think of a real example. I'm trying to make something that sucked and it was like really well received, and like the creator was like baffled by it.
Yeah. There's probably some internet viral stuff that fills that criteria where the creator just never wants to talk about it again because they never had any faith in it at all. But so far Springtime for Hitler is the best example, and that's fictional.
Goodbye mistake.
Goodbye mistake. Well, we'll leave that one open.
Yeah.
We'll leave the phone lines open tonight. If anybody wants to nominate a goodbye mistake, we'll discuss whether we agree or not.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Lopsy actually came to the same conclusion as us before I read what they said. Right, you're not even allowed to type Springtime for Hitler in our channel.
Really?
Oh, while we're on Hitler, let's get the good content out. I was reading this morning a news story about a 99-year-old woman who has just been convicted of war crimes in World War II.
Wow.
She was a stenographer.
Yeah.
And her defense was arguing that she was 18 or 19 when all of this happened, and therefore did not understand the extent. They argued that she was too young to understand, and then they argued that she didn't really know what was going on. But like, obviously she was recording every word she heard, so she knew what was going on.
Yeah.
She has been convicted. But anyway, I was just reading that and thinking like, man, oh man, when you're 18, you do some really cringe things, don't you? She's like slapping her forehead right now. Like, I was so cringe. Anyway, she's going to prison. Her 99-year-old ass is going to prison.
Game over.
Oh, Mario is not look. Oh, he's okay.
Okie dokie.
Anyway, don't be cringe when you're 18, especially if you're working for the Nazi party. It's a good lesson for all of us. Yeah, some teens make shitty art in their free time. Other teens commit war crimes. You know, it runs the gamut. I heard on co-host that Fur Affinity, speaking also of Hitler and all his old crap, I heard that Fur Affinity got hacked and
Yeah.
it was not safe to access that website for a couple of days. I don't know how it's going now, and you know, obviously I feel for those who are affected by it, but I just thought it was so funny how many PSAs on co-host I saw about Fur Affinity getting hacked.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you guys. That site's been around forever, right?
Yeah. Well, the creator just died.
Really?
Yeah, like a month ago.
Oh. Wait, this wasn't the guy who, well, no, I'm sure it wasn't. I'm thinking of another guy. But it's sad to hear that two old furries who created something formative have passed on. But I guess that shows you how old the community is at this point, right?
Yeah.
Well, R.I.P. Was he still involved?
I think so, yeah.
And then as soon as he died, someone got in there and did some hacking?
I guess so.
Very disrespectful.
Yeah.
It might have been some people's response. It was like a cry of despair. long have you been playing this Mario game, do you think? How long you been picking away at this one?
What do you mean?
Oh, because you've got 87 stars.
Yeah, when did I start this one? I don't know, like a year ago.
Lopsy's coming with the problematic fave information. Lopsy's got receipts. Well, not receipts, just wild allegations.
Problematic fave? The Nazi stenographer lady?
No. About Dragoneer, who I'm assuming is
Dragoneer.
Dragoneer, is that the Fur Affinity guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear too much about this. I did hear they died.
All right, I'm not going to say what you're accusing them of because you're saying IDK, I need to check it again. People throw around a lot of stuff without checking it, and then when they check it and it's not true, they're like, oh. And that's all. And then no repercussions for it, right? I remember seeing like somebody on Twitter. There was like a post about one of my friends who's like a creative, and like one of the first replies that was appearing on top was, "Isn't this guy a sex pest?" And then the replies to that were like, what are you talking about? And they were like, didn't he do this? And then somebody else replied, no, that was somebody else completely. And then they were like, oh, okay. And like didn't delete the top reply. Like didn't delete that reply that most people are going to see the instant they saw the rest of the tweet. And it just made me think about how like you can just like say that and it's fine. Like it continues to be fine.
Yeah.
If you're just kind of like lazily farting out an idea about whether somebody is like, you know, deserves to have their life and career ruined. You're like, shouldn't that guy die? No? Okay. And you're fine.
The guy should die. Go get the guy. Get the guy this time.
Oh, wait, I guess I was wrong. Oh, well, what else is going on?
What other guy is there who's still alive? What other guy should die? What other guy tonight? We will dine on the guy. Oh, the guy was alright. Wait, we were wrong. The guy is alright.
Except
oh,
he's
wait, he
dead.
died. He is not alright. Alright.
No, he is not alive. I went and made him die. Well, he's probably guilty of something else that we don't know about. Mario without his hat. Cute. Wait, is he without his hat?
Yeah.
Who took his hat?
The snowman blew me and it fell off.
Oh, he's so happy. He's got his hat back. If Mario had just a little bald spot, I really think they should have had the courage.
I wish.
Right? To
I
give
wish.
Mario just a little balding on the top of his head.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's like in his late 30s or
Yeah.
40s.
Yeah, and he just looks like a guy who's gonna lose his hair. He's a hardworking, average Joe.
Yes.
That hair is not sticking around forever.
Well, I guess I always figured like Bob Hoskins, he's bald, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Our impression might be based on that.
But like Captain Lou Albano is not bald.
No. But yeah, I don't know. Something like, well, yeah, I mean, it's like maybe Mario's wearing that same hat that Matthew McConaughey has to wear for like 4 hours a day to keep his hair.
What is he doing again? He has like UV lasers shot into his head.
I have done zero research. This is literally just what a friend told me one time. I'm doing the thing. Time for me to get the guy. His hair would fall off if he didn't wear a magic hat that shoots UV rays into his head. Apparently, his hair would fall out if he didn't do a really intensive, long-winded treatment every day of his life. He wears a hat with lights in it that shine on his hair and keep it from falling out.
Makes your hair grow like a plant?
I don't know if it affects your hair or if it affects your skin. I don't know what it does. But if he stops wearing the hat, goodbye livelihood. Right? He gets older, they all stay the same. Miyamoto says Mario's canonically 25. Yeah.
No.
You gotta learn to separate the art from the artist, okay?
You do. I mean, like, even Miyamoto said that, like, artists today draw Mario to, like, by the model. They don't draw it how it should appear in their minds.
Yeah. Also, you ever see a 25-year-old in the 1970s? They were losing their hair.
Well, I suppose they did have big mustaches like that in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't to die.
They did. Time to die.
Pull out all the guy's hairs until he dies. Piss upon his grave. This is all right.
Till he dies.
Why? I don't know.
Seems all right to me. Happy affiliate anniversary. Wait, to us? Oh, it's us. Oh, thanks.
Wow, it's been a year?
It's been a year since we've been able to run ads, but we don't. We don't. We eat that cost for you guys. Our loving people. It just means that if we want, we could run ads. But what's the point?
Yeah, the ads will just interrupt us.
Yeah, exactly.
How dare you interrupt me when I'm being hilarious?
Yeah, I'm busy being hilarious here. I don't need the $5 a year that running ads would get on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like, do you ever watch anybody on Twitch who has like thousands of viewers?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'll come in for a minute and the guy will be really quiet and just his head is moving around a little bit. And then he'll say something I've never heard of before. He'll be like, "Is that 31445?" And like the chat is just moving so fast that you could never read a single word of it. Pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Well, like, I was just watching this one guy I started following recently, and he has like 5,000 viewers at any given time. It's like ridiculous. And like I looked on like this like stats website. He makes like 30 grand a month from Twitch.
Yeah, he's like one of the most popular.
Yeah, he's like the 100th most popular.
Gotcha. So he makes a good living.
I suppose.
I would imagine that like there's probably like 300 people who make a good living from Twitch. And then like 2 million people making starvation wages.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I also have been watching someone who only has like 5 viewers.
I think that's like, great.
Yeah.
I love going into a little stream because then you're just talking to the person. You're just hanging out with them.
I don't hang out though. I fall asleep to it.
Oh, just like the presence of a person.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, just like lights and sound effects while I fall asleep. And then when I'll like wake up in the middle of the night and it's over, so I turn my computer off.
So it's like a little nightlight.
Yeah.
The person's voice.
Yeah. He doesn't even talk that much. It's just
he's just there.
Yeah.
Playing a game. Yes. We couldn't get Joe's hair to work tonight. You know, every once in a while there's a little tech hiccup and
oh no! My hair is gone. What happened? That's in my imagination at least. That's Mario. He's got some hair spots. He's got some missing some hair loss.
And it causes him a little stress, so he wears the hat, right?
Sure, yeah. You know, keeps his head from getting sunburned.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's a plumber, so he's always wearing a hat.
Yeah. He was wearing a hat before when he was a baby.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Mario's definitely bald under the hat. You agree? Yes. We all agree. Just a cute little circle under there is what you should see.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing a from the back out balding pattern for Mario. I love when we get into baldness on Thingus.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about hair, actually. About
it's
how,
true.
You suspect that Tony Hale has gotten hair that he did not used to have.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I should ease up on Tony. It's been a while now. Yeah, he's the Verizon guy. Yeah, those commercials are terrible. But it's not Tony's fault that he lives in a world where men are not allowed to be bald, even though it happens to like at least half of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that world?
The world that we live in where like it's not considered like okay to like progress naturally in your age. Well, you know, obviously women have their version of that. They're scrutinized for every aspect of aging. And you know, it's terrible how they're made to feel ashamed of their age, but we at least to some extent discuss that, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I feel like perhaps the discourse around baldness is not as amplified as it should be. I feel like, you know, if you're like in your 20s and you're starting to lose your hair already, that's like traumatic and alienating. To look at like literally every famous person except, all right, who are the bald kings? You got like Ed Harris. There's quite a few that are just completely blinking out of my brain right now. Just the guys who like they don't do see like here I go talking about things I know nothing of. I'm just saying that as a woman who is you know, scrutinized unfairly for aspects of my age, I sympathize with my balding kings, my balding kings and queens, to whom it seems unfair and unexplainable that their hair is going away.
Yeah, like to Oscar, it was pretty shocking to see that my hair went away.
Yeah, he looked at you like you're frickin' Frankenstein when you walked through the door.
Well, I am a little embarrassed that it was so dry under there. Like, what do I do about my like really dry scalp?
There are treatments for that. There are a whole variety of products for bald men.
Yeah.
You're in good hands. But you know, you gotta start typing the word bald into Google. And, who wants to do that? You can probably just put some CeraVe on that shit.
What's that?
It's just kind of an all-purpose gentle moisturizing cream. Good for eczema and good for what ails ya. Good for dry skin. It might not come in handy once your hair starts growing back, but yeah, Michael Cera's name brand exactly. Sure. Oh, is your vape working again?
Yes.
I thought it broke.
Actually, the cartridge broke.
Oh, okay. Hooray.
Yeah, I was happy that it was just the cartridge.
It wasn't a problem. Yeah, no, I thought the Michael CeraVe thing was pretty cute. Good job, guys. You made an ad. You made an ad that didn't make me furious the second I saw it. So what's going on? What's going on? Anything new?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, we're on the Wii menu. We're doing a little Nintendo.
What happened?
Yeah, it's true. The Wii is like late era Thingus, would you say?
Yeah.
Very late era. Like PS2 and the Wii are like, those are years apart. I don't know why I'm classifying them together, but
Are you saying like Thingus as in like you and I our shared experience?
I guess, did we share an experience playing the Wii?
Maybe not very much.
No.
Although I feel like my Super Paper Mario file still had Meredith there
right,
that you
like
played for 5 minutes.
Right, I might have come home during like summer break at school and played for a little bit. And I was like, this isn't what I want. So this game is very popular on Twitch. I noticed as I was entering the information. I guess this is a bit of a classic, huh?
Did you ever watch me play this one?
No, I probably attempted it one time, and I felt like all I could do was get Luigi to kind of like fuck a wall. Right? That's a thing. You can just go like, oh yeah, against like a beam or something.
Luigi goes like, oh yeah, in this game. Let's see if he'll do it with this thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he is humping that.
So he's shaking it around. Is that the idea?
He's like lifting or pushed or knocking on stuff. So like if there's a ghost inside of it, it'll come out.
I see. I'm really, it is very charming the way he walks around. And he just like calls Mario at random intervals, right?
No, that's my press A.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're making it happen.
Mario.
And I'm gonna assume you don't find Mario for a long time.
Yeah. Just like a mountain of dust flies out of everything.
Oh yeah. Mario.
This game just takes a few hours to play.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Okay. Ran says they play through this game for in a couple hours on every Halloween as a little tradition since youth.
That's cute.
That's so cute. And Munjin says they played it. Never grew up with a GameCube, but played Luigi's Mansion around 18. And I guess it had an impact, huh? I missed out on this. I missed out on a lot of the 3D console stuff. I was in college. I was just out of the house, and I wasn't really like buying video games for a long time. I remember finding all of this very impressive, though.
Yeah, the GameCube was like slightly more powerful than the PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
So there was like shit looked cool on the GameCube.
Yeah, no, this looks awesome. This is like still like I think pretty hard to recreate. Like a solo dev couldn't do this.
Maybe not, no. We had this game in Japanese, so I didn't know what he was saying the first time.
We had this game in Japanese?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the GameCube was in Japanese. But
How did you get it?
I don't know. Mom got it.
Internet. Yeah, like Mom got it from the internet that the Fairly Odd Parents are talking about.
Uh-huh. I still don't know what he's saying. Oh my god, he's talking forever.
Forever.
Alright, but you saw the last part, right? Something, rescue your brother.
Yeah, I mean, I figure I've got it. And this guy's gonna help you. And this is the tutorial. Yeah, this looks great. And it's just like, it just looks like it's got like a real tight feel to it. So, is every Luigi's Mansion basically the same mechanic, but you're in like a scary new place?
I played the second game and it was like 5 different mansions.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt a little bit more like linear gameplay. Where this is like a huge mansion and there's like some backtracking.
I see. More exploration.
Yeah, I guess so.
It is pretty amazing that they came up with a franchise of games for Luigi.
Yeah.
And people like it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in the gallery. Let's leave.
I see. If you know what you're doing, you can finish the game really fast.
Yeah. I've played this game like 2 times, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I wish I completed more games. Mike and I have set out to complete more games. Like to have dedicated nights where we just sit together and work on our respective games. So this week he beat Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom.
Nice.
Which is just like, it just never stops being so incredibly charming and beautiful. What I'm wondering about that game is how are there so many unique illustrations in an NES game? Do you know the answer?
Oh, well, how many are we talking?
Oh, there's dozens. There's gotta be like at least 40 or 50. And, you know, they're not tile sets. They're full illustrations where every corner of the image is different.
Yeah.
How's that possible? I thought that NES games were a set of tiles for, like, you know, environment, sprites, and even like titles and such. Is a collection of like little tiles that have been, you know, economically designed to only appear a few times.
Right.
So how did they do it? I'd be really curious to know how they made so many unique illustrations for the NES.
Well, I guess with the artwork being prioritized, like it's like a big part of this game. So maybe they use more of the cartridge for the art than most games would.
Right, because the mechanics were like unmoving. Like a good like 50% of the screen is taken up by UI, and then there's a little image in the middle that is unique illustrations. Yeah, I'd be very curious. I don't really understand how they fit so much artwork into one NES game, but I mean, I feel that way about every NES game. Like the amount they cram in to a what's the average size of those games? It's like 1 kilobyte or something, right? It's like very, very small.
It's Super Mario Brothers is 40 kilobytes.
Okay.
But I think they can get bigger than that. So, you know, maybe the company paid to have a bigger cartridge.
All right. If Thingus had a producer, I guess I'm the producer, but I'm also one of the hosts, so I can't be Googling things. We need a Google guy.
Well, I thought that'd be me, but I'm playing.
Yeah, no, you're busy. We need a guy who doesn't use Google, an anti-Google guy who uses I don't know, what's the shit that Dorcases who are trying to reject Google are using right now?
Well, I mean, who, me?
No,
like DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, DuckDuckGo. Are you using DuckDuckGo?
Yes.
Okay, so are you trying to remove Google from your life?
I mean, I use Google if DuckDuckGo fails to find what I'm looking for.
Gotcha. Oh, there's some recommendations in the chat. Everyone's saying DuckDuckGo. And Ecosia, which plants trees. Oh yeah, I did see that. That looked too good to be true. They plant trees. I'm ready to switch my search. I don't like Google anymore. Like the server, not the company. I mean, obviously the company I'm not a big fan either, but
even Google is not finding us everything we need.
No. It's all garbled. It's all muddled by excess. It's time for a new search engine. Well, it's time to not know is what it's time for. I'm ready to not know. Like, I don't know how Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom was made. And wondering is more satisfying to me than typing an answer into a search engine and getting a bunch of annoying shit that I didn't ask for. Or even getting the answer I want immediately. Am I really going to be happy if I have the answer? Or is the mystery of it all the thing that makes me happy? Mario!
I think coming up with an estimate is a little of both.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a number that's probably wrong.
Mm-hmm. Right. Getting a little extra information that's not right. Well, yeah, but that's just having a conversation with another person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I like, you know. Either not know or have another person who's speculating wildly just like you, which is basically Thingus, right? Like, it's better this way. Let's not ruin a good thing here. We're also not accountable for how stupid we are if we don't have a person doing research while we're speaking.
Well, I don't know, like, couldn't you just, like, think about, like, math? Like how big is an image, like a drawing?
Mm-hmm.
It's like how many pixels wide is a single drawing in Princess Tomato?
I mean, maybe like 120 or so, maybe 200 tops. It can't be more than that.
And are the drawings made of tiles that can be reused?
I was wondering if that was possible, but I don't think so because a lot of them are like close-ups of a character's face. Like maybe the character is green and there's a green tile in there that's being reused, but like that only accounts for the places where there's no line or no detail. And these drawings don't look, they're not like square looking, you know, these drawings are freely illustrated. They have a beautiful style and they look like an illustration that is not limited by the confines of a video game. So it seems like it would be more trouble than it's worth to design things so that there were ample squares in between that could be reused. But maybe they do a lot of that. Maybe I'm not even thinking about all the solid areas that all these images have. Maybe it is they're so good at it that it's deceptive.
Yeah, like they could have a stroke from every angle and just reuse all of those and change the palette. And you think it's like a whole new drawing, but it's like a lot smaller than a drawing would be.
Right, like maybe somebody is doing those illustrations and then a very clever programmer is tracing over them and preserving the drawing.
Turning it into like ASCII art.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's possible, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not looking at the graphics right now. I can sort of picture it in my head.
Well, we could put it on a little later if we run out of game.
Sure.
Unless you want to beat Luigi's Mansion tonight.
Yeah, maybe I can.
You got 90 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see how far we get. I think Luigi's Mansion is quite well loved on Twitch. So perhaps all the Luigi's fansions are gonna come see. This is so cute.
Okay.
People love Luigi's Mansion speedruns. So how fast has somebody beat this game? What do you think the any percent top time on this game is to finish?
I don't know. I mean, with all these, like, all this unskippable dialogue, probably a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a while.
I mean, with a game like this, maybe like half an hour.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So do you ever need to say Mario, or is that just fun?
I'm just, like, doing other things with the A button.
Uh-huh.
So if I miss, he'll say Mario. Or
I
if I'm
see.
like, maybe I'll just say it. I'll just, like, say it without even thinking.
That's I love that that's built into it. It's like it increases the realism of the game, but it's
Yeah.
totally useless. It's like taunting in a fighting game.
Uh-huh.
All right, any percent is 54 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
They're talking in the chat about whether Wikipedia is corruptible or not. What do you think?
It's corruptible?
Yeah, if Wikipedia would ever somehow be shitified.
Well, I don't know if like some like competing facts started like seeping into Wikipedia.
I mean,
alternate facts people.
What was that?
Like if alternate facts people started rewriting history.
I don't think they can at this point because the ecosystem of Wikipedia editors is so ingrained at this point. I mean, I'm sure somebody involved in that would tell me it's changed, but my guess is that more likely it would be something like archive.org where private companies just sue them out of existence. Or they make the plea for donations so big that it takes up the entire screen, effectively disabling the website unless you pay. You tried to turn Mitch McConnell's picture into a picture of Goebbels once, and an editor shut that down pretty quick. Yeah, no, they don't have any time for that. I remember reading about how the wiki editors are not exactly a diverse bunch, and as such are very biased. Yeah, they hate fun, absolutely. But, I mean, that is an inherent problem. But it also means that the cranks are in charge. And when the cranks are in charge, I feel a little bit safer. You know what I mean? There's less of a chance of anyone fucking with it when the cranks are there.
Yeah, like people who edit Wikipedia immediately after you die.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah, we've gotten used to that.
Yeah, we really have. Remember when people used to like check and be like, oh my god, someone already edited it. Now it's like, obviously. The world needs cranks. What the world needs now is cranks, mad cranks. They're pissed off. They're pissed off, and they don't care if anybody likes them or not. And we do need those. We do. Do you think we're ready to bring back hipsters?
Did they go somewhere?
Well, they all got old and had kids. But
are we bringing them back, or are we bringing other people back as hipsters?
other people, new hot people, come in and become the hipsters. Well, I'm not talking about. Well, there was a time where everyone roundly rejected the hipster thing, and there was some disagreement about what a hipster was. Yes, people saying that indie sleaze is back. Yes. Well, I know because people tell me they still give a shit about octopus pie, so I know that it's back. Good for me. My legacy is sealed. But there was a time where everyone decided they were going to distance themselves from being any sort of like curator or connoisseur or gatekeeper of culture. And I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
As I've said this in different ways and always repeating myself with this one, but like good taste is not a democratic process. And every time it's left up to the voters, you don't end up with good shit. You need cranky assholes who know what the difference between good and bad things are to gatekeep the culture. Yes, you're gatekeeping the culture of gatekeeping. More haters. More haters. More snobs. I think so. And look, I'm not saying it's pleasant to have snobs around, but the more you have, the more they can fight each other and call each other stupid. So at least the system polices itself. You need Siskel and Ebert. You need two guys who hate each other talking about movies together. Hating comes from a place of love, absolutely. Absolutely. And people hate because they care. And I think that's always been true. And I think there was sort of a concerted effort at some point to shut all that down. To shut down people caring about whether things are actually good or not. I think we recognize now that poptimism was a one-way trip to hell. We're living in that world now. And what do we have to show for it? What do we have to show for it? Charlie XCX was talking about this. Oh, I'd be interested in hearing a bit about what she said. Of course, she's the fucking problem, Charlie XCX. These pop stars ruling the school. It's not her fault. It's not Charlie's fault. But she is one of the biggest pop stars on the planet, and that's the only music that, I don't know, is unequivocally good. That you have to think is good. I'm sure she has her frustrations with it, no doubt. But I gotta say, I'm pretty fucking sick of pop music. Not because it's all bad, but because it's just so boring. It's just so boring for it to be like, you know, like, I mean, it was always the dominant form of music, right? Pop music, it's like built into the name. It's a dominant form of music, but with this like unearned sense that it's like the underdog music. That you can't make fun of it. You can't be sick of it. But it exists for us to be sick of. Yeah, it's a ghost baby. He's the baby that the shoes poem is about.
Yeah, his shoes didn't die.
No. You'll take Charlie or Chapel Roan over 2010's Pop. I have to try and remember, but I'm absolutely sure you're right. I'll take that shit over. I mean, yeah. 2010's Pop was all just like shittier and shittier versions of Beyonce's self-titled, right? What did I listen to in the 2010s that I'm literally never going to hear or think about again? 2010's Pop was Katy Perry, yeah. Yeah, that shit was bad. Return to ambient synth, occasionally accompanied by scary noises, percussion. Yes, yes. Megan Trainor, oh my god. Yeah, no, I'll listen to a little Chapel Roan. I went to my son's friend's house, a 6-year-old boy. He put on a Chapel Roan record for me. Get hot like Papa John's. It's a feminine phenomenon. Tens was like Robin though, right? No, maybe that was earlier. Body Talk, 2009? No. It was later than that. It's like 2011, right? Body Talk, seminal pop masterpiece. 2010's Hannah Diamond, hyper pop, the shit that Charlie XCX came up with it. Yes, body talk fucks, indeed. Now I'm defending it. Grimes, right? I'm like exhausted as I say it. Everybody liked that first Grimes. The second one was good too. Neither of them were the first, I'm sorry. I know she recorded some other shit no one cares about before that. The one with the skull. Might have been self-titled. Second one. What's that shit called? Oh my god. I've forgotten. That was 2010s. What else we got in the 2010s? Like I said, Beyonce was obviously inescapable. I still think it's pretty good. I'm a little embarrassed by it now, but I still think it's good. Ashamed to say you listen to a Grimes. I still think it's good. I think I've re-listened to Janelle Monáe lately, and I'm like, I don't know if this was that great. I'm sorry to say. Very talented, but like, I don't know if any of those songs, like the albums are all high concept and fun, but I don't know if any of those individual songs are that special. Sorry to say. St. Vincent deathly sick of that shit. I listened to St. Vincent in like the 2000s, and I really liked her, and I haven't gone back to any of that. Oh yeah, no, right. We're not even talking about like the singles on the radio. Pharrell. Yeah. Pharrell was pretty oppressive, wasn't it? I heard something about Pharrell not long ago. Oh right, he's making a movie of himself. He's making an animated movie about himself, and it's Legos.
Have fun, I guess.
Yeah, have fun, I guess. I heard Kendrick Lamar was involved.
Yeah.
All right. What? Well, that's not pop. It was like the biggest album in the world, but that was 2010s. You had a lot of Drake in the 2010s, right? ...2013 Daft Punk, yeah. Random Access Memory. I still love that album. I love that album for personal reasons, though. It came out the year I met my husband, and I like it because we listened to it at the same time, you know? That's not enough of a reason for an album to be good, unfortunately. It sucks! Into the shit pile with the rest of you!
You blow them up.
Let the music of your life give life back to music. All right, it wasn't that good. All right, they tried to go big and expensive with that album, and it was only a little bit good. But I still listen to it a lot. But yeah, not a seminal Daft Punk release. The Lonely Island? The Lonely Island was 2010s? That feels so long ago.
Yeah.
In 2010s, they were all making like sitcoms and stuff, right? All the meme stuff was like earlier than that. Feels that way, at least. What's good music people have been listening to lately? What have we been liking? I'm a little unmoored right now. I haven't been keeping up. What have I liked lately? Not much. Not much. I was just listening to the new Los Campesinos. It sounds exactly like it always did. I don't know how I feel about that. I know people like this album, but I struggled a bit. Maybe because it sounds so much like they sounded when I was young. Black dresses. Okay, so black dresses is, as long as I've known black dresses, they have been broken up, but still producing music. What's up with that? Oh yeah, Viagra Boys had a new album not too long ago. I haven't checked out those others. Sweet Pillin' Ovlove. Not familiar. I've been trying to get rid of Spotify. I think this is the month I get rid of Spotify. They raised their prices again, and they just suck so much. The only reason I haven't done it is because I have a lot of very sentimental playlists saved there. All it involves is getting a program that will pull all those playlists off and save them for me. But you know, I've got like my wedding playlist on there. Can't just throw that shit away. All right, they're really broken up now, black dresses. I like being in pain. Makes me feel like going to heaven. They're so good. That's what their songs sound like. You should check it out. Would I switch to Apple? No. I am switching back to MP3s. I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm going back. I have Plex amp and a Plex server. And I download my music and add it to that. And then I access it from all of my devices from my own server. And that's that. I can't do this streaming shit anymore. It used to be the reason I don't have treasured albums anymore is because I don't own any of them in any way. They're all just another little thing to click. They are not part of my library. And I'm done. I'm done. I'm going back to libraries. Everyone's switching back to piracy, yes. Yeah, I'll pay for it if it's a little band. I'm not throwing Chaperone any money right now, I'll be honest. But I'm paying for a lot of it. It's pretty amazing to discover something and have it be the only thing you have for a little while. The only new thing you have. So you can just sit with it and enjoy it. And Spotify doesn't want you to do that, so there's nothing about the platform that encourages that behavior. You could buy an album a month for Spotify's prices, it's true. Just give that to a band. Give it to a few bands on Bandcamp. And then you get that lossless file. Just gotta feel like it belongs to me again.
Yeah, and also like not feel like they're watching you every time you listen to it.
I know. I put it on a private session every time I listen, and they turn it off after like 2 hours. They just switch it back to public. So I literally have to do that every time I'm using Spotify. Oh, Blaisdell, you didn't recognize Joe. We've been through this, guys. Joe, were you just feeling uncomfortable? You wanted to feel the breeze?
Oh yeah. Well, I walked up a hill, and I haven't walked up the hill all summer, so it was terrible. It was really overheating. So the second I got home, I just shaved all my hair.
Shaved all your hair off.
Yeah.
Like Brittany.
A little, yeah.
She's cool.
Yeah, she's cool. I mean, it means a little more for her. Her hair was a lot longer.
It's true. It was worth millions of dollars, that hair.
Yeah, my hair doesn't matter that much.
It just keeps you hot. It just it just adds to your discomfort. I walked the hill the other day too. We live on a big hill. There's there's all the houses up on the hill, and then if you want to go to the little shops in the center of town, you go down the hill. And it is such a big hill that there's actually public staircases built into the landscape here, so that you can actually walk up and down, which means that you're basically climbing 40 flights of stairs to go down there and get a coffee and come back up.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday because it was cool. It was cooler than it's been.
Yeah.
Today was hot again, but yeah, we had a little reprieve from the heat, and I hadn't done that walk in a while. I used to go down there with Oscar, and he'd bring a quarter down to the coffee shop, and he would buy a gumball.
Yeah.
So we did that yesterday. And it's like It's like a full body, it's like a crazy workout, especially for one so small. And he'll do it for a gumball.
Oh yeah.
So it seems good. Seems like a nice little ritual.
Mario.
My hair's long, and I'm putting up with it. I've been putting up with it a long time. You know, you just you're cutting it in half next week. I'm keeping mine. I'm holding tight. Summer's almost over. I just put it up in a big old ponytail. You know, a foldy ponytail. Goes away. It's out of my life. I put that thing up. I put this shit up, 50 times a day just to get it out of my face. But I didn't cut it when I had a baby. I'm not cutting it now. That was the worst. When you have a baby, a lot of people just cut their hair because the baby will just pull your hair for like a year. But I got so good at it. I would like get all my stuff together before I held my child. I would put my hair up, get my phone plugged in, get a TV remote ready.
Oh yeah.
I would just be ready to sit for 4 hours with a baby. That hair was out of sight. Your daughter grabs your head when you're helping her put her shoes on. I can tell you that by age 6, that one has not changed.
Oh yeah.
Cool. This looks great. I'm very impressed by this game.
Yeah, this game's good.
It's good.
Oh, it's good, yeah.
All right. It's 10 o'clock. Do we have any heroes and villains to discuss this week?
Villains making computer graphics Lilo and Stitch.
I didn't see this.
It's like,
Oh,
what you
right.
might
There's a new
expect.
movie,
yeah.
right? They're going to make a live action one where they animate Stitch.
Yeah. Yeah, Stitch is real.
The stuff is like basically just, as far as I see it, it's just like a Disneyland ride. Like that's all it exists for, right? To promote the rides. So you go to Disney and there's like this original production of Lilo and Stitch that you've never seen before, and it's all live action with CG. And you're like, wow, that was like pretty impressive for like just some shitty attraction at Disney World. And like that's the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. That it's more like something that would be cool as like a hologram or something.
Yeah, it would be like a technical demo and it would be impressive.
Yeah.
And that's all it's supposed to be. But instead they make that 120 minutes long. Are they getting all the old voice actors to come back?
I don't know.
They gotta get Kevin McDonald to do Plinkley.
Mario.
My Thingus hero is whoever decided to make the new live-action Lion King characters have emotions. You must explain to me what any of that means.
I think I know what they're talking about. The Lion King lions don't express their faces at all. So
Okay.
from what they're saying, they're changing that in the next Lion King movie, I guess.
I see.
Giving them more expressions now.
Who's giving them a second chance to make this movie?
a second chance to make a movie that made $1 billion.
That made $1 billion. Well, I just mean like it made $1 billion, but did anybody think it was good?
I don't think anyone ever watched it a second time.
It's a Barry Jenkins movie, really? That's really too bad. Wait, did Barry Jenkins do any other big money movies after Moonlight? Like they put him on some other crap too, right? He did a superhero movie, didn't he? This is, this is how it goes. You've got like a good indie director caught by big money, and they always promise themselves they're going to use this to as a jumping point for their next great film, but they never do. Oh right, he made If Beale Street Could Talk. That was pretty good. That was good. But yeah, he made some shitty money movie after. Tale as old as time. You make a good personal movie, and then Disney vacuums you up.
Disney vacuums you up and you explode into money like that mouse. I don't know where to go next.
All I remember, I don't remember every detail of If Beale Street Could Talk. I remember thinking was it like who played the Jewish guy? I'm like remembering it being James Franco, but I don't think that's true. Was it his brother? Anyway, there's like a part with a Jewish guy. He's like basically saying how he understands not to be racist. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if inherently that's true. You guys might want to reevaluate that sentiment. Yeah, a fun villain. Was it Dave? I think it might have been Dave Franco. He played like a Hasidic Jewish guy. Am I remembering that right? See, when I ask such questions, I'm only sort of seeking the answer. I think I saw Dave Franco in something I really liked him in, but I'm totally blanking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any fun villains. Yeah, it's so boring to be mad about. It's so boring to be mad about the same old tech people. There was a tech guy who sank in a boat this week.
Oh, wow.
And I noticed that the stories about him really didn't dwell on his name much at all.
Yeah.
He was a British tech magnate, and he went sailing off the coast of not Sicily. It was a small Italian village, little coastal town, in a big ass yacht with his lawyer. Yes, and 22 people. I think 15 of them were rescued, including apparently a mother who held her baby up out of the surface of the water. Like a 1-year-old baby, she just held them into the air while she was waiting for the rescue boats to come. I've been thinking about her. I mean, she was on this, no doubt, evil ship. Full of big problems in the world we live in. But It seems cool. It seems like she's cool because of how unlikely it was that she and her baby would survive. But the guy, the big boy, the big boss is under there. He's in there and they haven't found him yet. They were celebrating a white collar defense when Mike Lynch, yes, that's his name. Probably very dead by now. I don't think they've found him yet. As of this morning, when I last checked, they hadn't found him. The boat's under there, though. They know where it is. He died.
What did he do?
He failed the mic check. He created a company. Yeah, he died.
He died, yeah.
He created a company that was embroiled in scandal and, probably didn't provide any legitimate services to anybody in this world. Yeah, his company got bought by Yes, his company got bought by HP. He made a lot of money. He died. Do you have a bubbles on there? The sound of the open sky over the ocean where he's dead.
The flies eating him.
Well, there are no flies eating him.
The squirrels eating him.
My favorite. Squirrels up in a tree just going. What are you doing up there? What's that? Is that a bird? No, I see him there. He's holding onto the branch. Go away! What is that sound?
He's trying to attract a mate.
Who would want that? You guys gotta calm down. Right, it could be a sea squirrel. He could put on a little astronaut suit and a glass helmet and go under the water.
Do you want to play?
I mean, I don't know that I do.
I'm like lost in this game.
Well, I don't think I'm going to help with that.
I have another game if you want to switch to that.
Yeah, what do you got?
F-Zero GX.
Sure. That's a 2-player, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this feels good. Oh! Wait, no. How do I vacuum you up?
Oh, yeah, you don't know how to play.
I don't know how to play. How do I Am I vacuuming? No, I'm just dying. There we go. Oh, right. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about how Bugs Bunny, everyone's hero,
Yeah.
Darling Bugs, literally commits murder so that he can play Fran's List uninterrupted. He shoots a man for being sick, for his condition being aggravated.
Oh, wait.
Bugs pulls out a handgun and ends that man who's coughing.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Now, Should they have stopped the whole concert for this man? Yes. Should they have given him the microphone and let him step onto stage and cough into the microphone and explain to everybody how aggravated his condition is because it's allergy season and the movie theater will not turn down the air conditioner and it's very hard for him to breathe.
Mario.
Take?
And then Bugs Bunny literally kills him.
Literally
with a gun.
kills him and makes him die. All right, I'm gonna save. Okay, I'm good. Andre says you look good. They said, "Oh my God, Joe is bald, but you look good."
Yeah, did I do this before?
Bugs is literally a neurodivergent minor. You know, nobody talks about that. That man who was coughing in the audience shouldn't have even been interacting with him. I said this on my last stream, but the thing people forget about, what's that cartoon called?
I don't remember.
It's like a hair above whatever, right? Everyone remembers Bugs fighting the mouse, but the mouse doesn't appear until like 3 minutes into that cartoon.
There's no batteries in this.
Are they okay?
There's no batteries.
No Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll have to take turns, huh?
Do you not have a double A's?
Or is it just double A's?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might be able to grab them out of a controller somewhere. You could check that remote right over there.
Which one?
Or that one.
This one?
Yeah. Bugs faces quite a few obstacles before he squares off with the mouse. The mouse is chilling. Bugs is dealing with mouse traps being set at the end of his keyboard.
He put those there. What are you talking about?
He put them there. Well, he got his hand caught in them.
Could you hit A?
Oh yeah. Nice. How many consoles did they make F-Zero games for?
They made one for SNES, GameCube, N64. That might have been it.
Okay, so
They made an arcade of it.
this is the last one then, right?
I guess so.
Which one do you want to do?
I don't know.
Oh, this screen is oppressive. Oh, I like these guys.
Yeah. I think he chose one player.
Oh no, did I?
Yeah. Well, I don't have my controller working just yet.
It's not turned on.
No, I just don't know the radio frequency it's
Oh,
on.
I see. All right, I'll play around against Dr. Stewart.
Yeah, this controller is terrible anyway.
All right. I'm gonna just like turf out on this so quickly. Oh man. F-Zero is like the most frictionless of racing games, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's the most frictionless racing game that also feels good to play.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Fun. I got boost power?
Yeah.
How do I use?
What are the buttons? I don't know. Try the X button.
Oh, there we go. Found it. Yeah.
But yeah, that takes your health.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oof. They don't tell you that. They're
Well,
just like,
you
"Oof."
recharge on the recharge on the strip.
Oh, right. All right. I'm just going to like die.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, now you can do boost again.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Heidi. Heidi's here. Hey, they suck. You feel like Mario Kart is frictionless. Or it has been. Do you want to try and get the other controller to work? Oops. No, don't replay. Not at all what I wanted. We're being forced to watch this. What's going on? Is that your controller?
No, my controller's not on.
Something's wrong.
Turn the controller off. Turn it off and then turn it back on without
Turn off this
pressing
controller, yeah.
Yeah, turn it back on without pressing anything else. And it should be reset. What's going on?
Oh, oh, did you want me to press anything?
Yeah. Can you do like 2-player?
Oh, yeah. All right. How do I go back? Yeah, see, I've got this problem here.
Can I see? Oh, shit.
Bad. We may have two bad controllers. Neither working better than the other, but broken in their own unique way. Heidi girl, do you want to come over here? Come here. Come up with me. She doesn't want to. Oh, you got it? Or did you just turn it off? Oh, there we go. She doesn't want to sit with me.
She's just looking at us.
She's just
Hey,
staring
Heidi.
with her haunted eyes. How I love her.
Yeah, I like her haunted eyes.
All right. So how do we first battle?
Sure.
Oh, it says we don't have two controllers.
Okay, I don't know then.
All right. All right. Do you want to play a little bit?
Sure. I'm just gonna do.
Hell yeah, it's a
time
wave
attack.
bird. We are back to the office tonight, where we play games on their original hardware. We've got a lot of crap up here. Oh, he's cute.
Wild
Go.
goose.
Do you want to talk any more about Miyazaki? Do you feel like
Yeah.
we've all right? There's more meat on that bone.
I think so, yeah. He's like we talked a little bit more on your stream, right?
Yeah. but I, you know, it was mostly me talking. But I have been feeling lately because well, I'll just recap a little of what I was saying. That I recently started reading the collected Nausicaa, the manga. And Miyazaki made it, he serialized this this graphic novel, this manga, over the course of like 12 years, while also making incredible films. And the manga is, you know, a masterpiece. He has such a deep understanding of his world and his intent, and what he's all about. And it's been making me think about how, even though Miyazaki is beloved, he's misunderstood. And what people take away, at least the people who purport to be inspired by him and grow up and attempt to drive the culture, they are simply not taking the right messages. They're not taking the messages away from Miyazaki that would allow them to then create something that could you know, touch the hem of the garment of what he's making. Instead, people take very superficial things from Miyazaki. They take the rolling grassy hills and the enchanted forests and the strange little creatures and the wide-eyed, wondrous children, and they make boring, bland things with all of that. And Miyazaki knows it, and he's alive, and he's still making movies, and he's very unhappy because nobody gets it. Nobody gets what he's trying to do, or at least nobody who would have the technical skills to reproduce what he does is actually able to do it. I think that about takes us up to where I was at with it. And imagine your own son is one of those wannabes. I know that was unspoken in what we were saying the other day, is that even Miyazaki's son does not satisfy him. I mean, especially his son.
No, he doesn't respect his son as a filmmaker.
Not enough to stop making movies and pass the torch along.
No, we still need him. He still needs him.
Yeah.
He's bored watching other people's movies.
No, he's got ideas. He's got ideas. He's just like sitting there in the dark of night, forced to sleep at home in a bed that is not under his desk. He's sitting there agonizing over the cold hard fact that his life will run out before his ideas do. And he just has to make another. I mean, I assume he's working on another. I don't know that he'll complete another, but I have to assume he's busy right now. It's sad that the director of Whisper of the Heart was considered as having the juice but tragically died young. Yeah. That is a shame. I've never seen Whisper of the Heart. I don't know if I agree with you, but I have heard that he's excellent and that it was a tragedy. I feel that way about I feel that way at least somewhat about I'm blanking on his name, but the director of Paprika and Tokyo Godfathers. I think he had the juice, and he's no longer with us. Satoshi Kon, that's right. All right. So some people in the chat have explanations about how the industry is simply not structured in a way that could allow artists like Miyazaki to grow the way they did. The mentorships have kind of faded away. Yeah, it's just not possible for somebody with greatness, recognized greatness, to then be personally taught by. And I mean, I think it's the same way in Western animation. Wouldn't you say that, like, if you've ever read the animator's survival guide, you would see that Richard Williams, one of the last great Western animators, paid his way into a mentorship by the 9 old men before they all died. He used his studio and the work he was getting as an animation studio to hire and then work with some of the greatest animators who've ever lived, and truly absorb their wisdom in a way that so few people have ever had an opportunity to do. And Richard Williams was a teacher for many years. I don't know who his proteges are, but I don't know that we have an equivalent of that in this day and age. Somebody who is distinctively great, and has the resources to make things at the scale that he did. Yeah, it's I don't know that it's ever been excellent to be an animator in terms of what opportunities you have. It's a collaborative and expensive medium, and it seems that working at a major studio where the resources are there, weirdly prevents you from being able to stake out on your own and tell your own stories, because no one's ever really done it. Like many people have broken off from Disney. I suppose Don Bluth is the only one really who has successfully broken off and started his own studio. So one guy. You don't know if Western animation is capable of making art in its current system. Yeah, I mean, I'm there with you. It's not easy. Wait, did you do this just now? Or are those old?
Well, I don't know. But I noticed this before. I noticed this last time.
This is like a nickname. All right, like this is a nickname so old that you've uncovered a Thingus. Like this is a nickname from when I was like 11 years old.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, Bear.
Bear.
Good old Bear.
Good old Bear. That's me. That's me.
That's you.
Bear.
Bear. Hey, Bear.
Yeah, Bear. 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 Right. It's like meh. It's like meh, like Meredith, meh, but like with a little nasal, like a little sinus congestion on the front.
Yeah.
Of it.
Bah. Yeah, that was a nickname for a while.
I love it. Bah. The return of Bah.
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 Bah. Yeah, you were just bah for a long time.
I was Bah for a long time. It's funny to think about those nicknames you had for years.
Yeah. Yeah, like Ig. Like, we just call each other Ig.
Oh yeah. Oh right. You started that.
Yeah.
So like at one point you just like said, I think you said it to our sister. You were just like, hey Ig, and she responded. So you're like, oh, you're Ig?
Yeah, I wanted to see if you would respond to Ig, and we just called each other Ig all the time. Ig.
Yeah, I remember saying quiet Ig like quite a bit.
Yeah. Ig.
Yeah.
Bah.
Weird family nicknames. Your brother Oliver was Aya until you were 6. And was that because he made that sound? Like a little baby sound? Oh, I see, yes. That's why. Well, yeah, that's why we call breakfast bebas around here. Because my baby boy said that when he was 2. He wanted bebas.
Aww.
Bebas. So cute. So cute. I can't stand it. It makes me cry. Heidi, come on up here, you crazy girl. She's just standing there staring at me. This dog does not realize that we have an audience here. She's wasting valuable airtime by not jumping up on the couch and being cute. Oh, she's being so cute. She's just
now
like
I'm being distracted.
Yeah.
She's cute. Should I just put the camera on Heidi?
Yeah, you can. Oh. Down a bit. Yeah, just like there she is. She stopped being cute though. She was being, oh yeah, there she goes. She's putting her chin down onto the ground. Let's just wait and see her lay her chin down when she stops realizing that we're paying attention to her. There we go. A dog. She is our hero.
Yeah.
Heidi is our hero.
Yeah, I love Heidi.
She is so special. I feel like she doesn't have to do anything anymore except be alive, and I feel like she deserves an award every day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, she's lived a long time, but she's not like thinking about stopping either.
No. This dog has vitality. She's still going.
Yeah, she's a wind-up toy.
She is.
She's powered by tension.
It's true. For such an old dog to still be so nervous. Nah, we love her. We love her. She's the elder statesman in this family. But if Heidi is our hero, then who is our villain?
Yeah, who's our villain?
Twitch hates this game, you say? Why do they hate this game?
Yeah, what's wrong with F-Zero?
What's wrong with the game?
Green plant.
It is true. Dad Rock Enjoyer says that all evil is cosmically evil now, and nobody's a minor villain of the week anymore.
Well,
the
yeah,
image-
all I could think of was like that Lilo and Stitch thing.
Yeah.
That was evil.
Yeah, I mean, I do hate that stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Disney did something else. This is one for Gabby to fact check.
Yeah.
There was a woman who went to like some shitty bar inside a Disney park, and she told them what her allergies were, and they promised there wouldn't be anything she was allergic to in her food, and she ate it and died.
Yeah.
And her family has been trying to sue Disney because the restaurant was in their park, and Disney's lawyers, like their strategy here has been to point to an agreement within Disney Plus that this woman consented to that would somehow absolve Disney of any responsibility for anything that happened to her. Did I get it right? It wasn't even her, it was her husband. That is pretty disgusting, huh? I mean, who knows how common shit like this is. I mean, quite a few people have died at a Disney park, and I'm sure not gotten their fair share for it. This one is just so egregious, egregiously unrelated, you know? Oh, I see. They didn't actually do this. It was just okay. It was just something they were trying. They were just testing the water. Well, it is very, very, very evil. I mean, assigning villainhood to Disney, as you say, the cosmic villainhood of Disney is hits a lot different than here's some guy who's been an asshole this week that I find personally offensive.
Yeah.
It hits different. But they may win. They may win the title this week, because I just like read that in total disbelief. Whoever thought that would be a good idea is your villain, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that perfect combination of stupid and evil. Have you been playing any games on your own lately that you've been enjoying?
Yes. I've been playing Left 4 Dead with friends.
Uh-huh.
Do you know anything about that?
I don't.
It's a game made by Valve for the Source engine. Mm-hmm. And it's like a 4-player zombie apocalypse game. Like, zombies come after you and you have to, like, kill them until you can get to the safe room.
Is
it's
it
a
like
lot of
Left
fun.
Number 4 Dead?
Yes. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. You know, very similar to some of the other games they did, like Half-Life.
Okay.
A lot of just
what year is that?
What?
What
Maybe like 2008,
Okay.
2009.
Gotcha.
It's a game I missed out on. I played all those other games. They released like a lot of great games in that era, like Portal and Half-Life 2 and like the other Half-Life 2 episodes, and like and Portal 2. Like Portal 2 has like amazing physics stuff, like very cinematic for a video game. And Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 also have stuff like that. That was like it was like a really amazing experience to go through this zombie apocalypse in a destroyed New Orleans with hurricanes everywhere. Like there's like zombies attacking you during a hurricane. It's terrifying. It's awesome. It looks really cool.
Wow.
Like, you know, that's kind of a sensitive thing, I guess, but they made a game about it.
Boy. Yeah, no, that era is really lost on me too. There's much to discover in that 2000, like late 2000s era when I was not playing video games or paying attention to them at all.
I was probably playing a lot of Newgrounds games, like Flash games back then.
Yes. That was just before the indie explosion, right?
I guess so. Well, I feel like in 2008 I owned an Xbox 360 and played Braid on that. And that was the first time I played like an indie game.
I think Braid is the one that everyone thinks of when they think of like the indie game explosion, right? And Braid actually had very recently a what would it be, 15 year anniversary release. They re-released the game in high def or whatever, and it included commentary from the developer. And apparently the developer is like a real prick, and retired. What a nice way to put it, of exploding in midair. Apparently he's incredibly disappointed with the sales.
Really?
Of the Braid re-release. Yeah. He's saying publicly that it was a huge disappointment and a big money loser, and that he needs to reevaluate his future projects now because of how poorly it is done.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think's going on there? Do you think it's his poor reputation? Do you think people's tastes in games have changed? Do you think it was never a very good game to begin with?
No, it's nothing like that. It has nothing to do with like it being bad. It's just like it's a game that's like it makes a statement, and I don't know if you need to replay it. Like you've been satisfied already playing it once. Like,
right.
You know, like maybe I'll play Cave Story again, but I don't know about Braid. Oh, Cave Story. Do you know about that one?
Do I know about it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's also like one of the indie explosion titles that like a phenomenon that'll never happen again, right?
Yeah.
Has there been any attempt to re-release that?
Yeah, they released it a bunch of times. I didn't like what it looked like though. I like the original art.
Right. What was new about Braid? I guess the resolution was lower. They remastered everything. They changed it.
Maybe that has something to do with it.
Well, I know. I think you're right that like maybe Braid doesn't warrant replaying, and maybe a lot of people who played the original still own it, and they don't feel like they need a new copy of it either. I would also guess that because the lead developer's reputation isn't stellar, that wouldn't prevent people from buying the game. But if a big incentive of buying the new game is that you get to hear his commentary, you're probably going to lose a lot of people there who just have never personally been fans of the guy. That's like guy-specific incentives.
Well, I don't know if I want to hear more of them talking about the game. Like, the commentary, I don't know. Don't you think too much commentary is like, well, I guess you haven't played the game, but like, is he gonna like explain the game now?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I mean, I've done commentary on my work and I have conflicted feelings about it.
Yeah.
Because my preference would be that my work is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
And I think when you kind of like take it out of somebody's hands and be like, oh no, here's what it means.
Yeah.
You're depriving them and yourself of the communication that the original thing promised.
Yeah.
Great Anniversary is a Netflix game on mobile. Instantly cursed to have no one notice it came out. Ah, so you think it's a failure of marketing then, because it's just disappearing into the slurry of streaming games. It's true. There are also many indie games for it to compete with. That is definitely a big problem, right? If you're a seasoned game developer who was successful in a different time period, and you come back with a new game or a remaster of an old game, there is no guarantee. Like, you're not guaranteed that audience. You kind of have to hustle for them exactly the same way as everybody else, right? You know, you're welcomed back, and then you're given the bitter taste of reality that making an indie game is not very special, and that a lot of incredible titles are released every month that get buried forever and will never be discovered. And you got to get in line and like walk the same walk as all of these other people. And that's a hard pill to swallow. I think that's a hard pill for all of us on the internet to swallow. The Steam page has 600 reviews. So 600 reviews is pretty good for an indie game, but it's not great. It's not great, especially when you consider it a high-profile release. Like, yeah, I mean, I've got something like 200 reviews on Steam. Real fringe numbers there. But that's like a third of what Braid has. Like, Braid? That's not good.
Did the original game sell well?
Yeah. Yeah, the original was very successful. Right, Mighty Number 9 was not unpopular. It was just a bad game, right?
Yeah, that was a Kickstarter game.
Yeah. What percentage do you think of Kickstarter games are actually finished?
I don't know.
I've been fine-tuning my sense since I've existed in the game space. I've been fine-tuning my sense of a game that a developer does not actually want to finish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're working on it, but they're not, because they keep finding more shit to put in the game.
Yeah.
And that means that it is more important to them to endlessly explore what a game could be than to make a game real.
Well, yeah, like there was a game called Bob's Game. Did we talk about this before?
I don't know if we've talked about Bob's Game.
Do you know about it?
No, go ahead.
It's a game that someone has been working on for like 10 to 20 years and just never finishes it. And like he releases images of like the NPCs. It's like it's just like 1 million characters that he's drawn.
Yeah.
And it's like Tim, Tom, Rob, and like just like one by one. It's like the game is never coming out though.
Yeah. I can tell a lot more than I used to be able to tell when just behind the tech demo there's nothing else.
Yeah. Well, isn't that every game?
I mean, no, absolutely. But all right, no, you're right. The thing that you see is just barely finished, enough to look finished on the screen. But when, what am I trying to say here? I've played a couple games lately where the percentage that the developer purports to be done with does not line up with what I'm seeing. And I know that because that's how it is for me. Every iteration of my game, I'm like, oh my God, this is nothing yet. This doesn't exist yet. And I think about all the time how if I died, the game's not getting released. Because, man, this is fucking hard. Because it's not coherent yet. It's too vague in places. I feel like if I spend another 3 months on it, then I could die and someone could pick it up. I'm trying not to die, everyone. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that like a lot of the time my game can feel very close to being done. But the truth is that a lot of what makes it the thing that I want everybody to experience, I have not even like formed that in my head yet. And I need to sit down and seriously consider those aspects of it. And until I do that, there's nothing there. I think that's why it's so insulting. I think posthumous releases are kind of insulting to me for that reason. There's been some posthumous releases of this musician Sophie, who everyone has just been like biting for years now. And a few of her tracks have been released that are just not finished. And that's such a bummer to me when I think about the difference between something that's finished and not finished. And the idea that anybody would look at that this thing that she was just noodling with, that she was probably going to spend hours more on every aspect of it. Putting that out and declaring it done. Like, an unfinished thing is nothing. It's like a promise from a perpetual liar. Mozart's Requiem is posthumous. Yes, it's true. It's true, and he probably thinks it's dog shit. He probably was very unsatisfied. Those thoughts, those self-criticisms are not for us to know. And they are the thing that they are the thing that is purely exclusive to the artist. Like, they better not try to release any Miyazaki shit after he dies.
I mean, when he dies, what did you say about that? The day he dies will be a great day for the mediocre.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because now they have no naysayers. Miyazaki is not only a great artist, but he is a hater. He's a legendary hater. He knows he's better than everyone. Why wouldn't he? And Mozart knew he was better than everyone.
Michelangelo knew he was better than everyone.
Yeah. A great day for the mediocre when those guys die. It's the estate okayed. Who are they? Who are you? You're nothing. Just in the middle of a race, perfectly pressing that button. Oh my god. What about releasing Tezuka's secret furry art posthumously? All right, well, I have mentioned this, and I do have a great deal of admiration for Tezuka's unfinished film. The Story of the Forest, I believe it's called. Unfinished and absolutely worth checking out. As long as you can accept in advance that you're not going to see something that's finished. And I feel that way about The Thief and the Cobbler, too. And again, that is a project that it is possible he did not want to finish. Because it represents the dream more than a than anything tangible. It represents the dream. And it's almost as if the completed version of The Thief and the Cobbler has to be the recobbled version. Because what we're talking about here is potential. It's like the greatest pencil test you've ever seen. Well, no, I don't think it's always wrong to release posthumous works. I think it's a tragedy, and it's sometimes wrong. The artist throwing their arms in throwing their hands in front of it and saying "Don't look." They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that always. They're always gonna do that, and at some point they die and they don't get to do that anymore. And a lot of what they were self-conscious about you seeing, it doesn't matter enormously. It's okay. It does need to be a certain amount of finished, though, for you to even be able to get that. But yeah, it's tragic because it removes intent while still preserving some of the things that the artists themselves dreamed of creating. But what's more tragic? An artist dying before they can see through every idea in their head, which is almost inevitable if you have any ideas at all. Or having like one good idea ever and then never being able to like touch that again. Living in the past. I would far prefer to be eternally unsatisfied that I did not fulfill what I saw as my next and greatest work. That's eternity. To be unsatisfied. To be so in love with your work until the end. And you're lucky if anybody wants to finish that for you. You're really lucky. You're really loved if somebody wants to finish that for you, because it means that they believe so strongly that it should be seen. They're going to live for your dream. Isn't that beautiful? Of course, a lot of posthumous work is just, you know, for many, for a little bit of money. I don't know. Would you want somebody to finish off your shit if you died, Joe?
What, like my scraps or my 90% finished work?
Yeah, I suppose, like, you know, ideally it would be like 90%. What if it was like 70% done?
I don't know if there's a huge difference. 70% is over the hump.
Over the hump, but yeah, but like how often do you get everything right on the first try? How often do you go, "Oh my god, I just realized this sucks because it's missing this one crucial element." And that comes in right in the last 25%.
Yeah.
Happens all the time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And a lot of the time that becomes everyone's favorite part. I think it's really just the last tiny little bits of polish that can be done by somebody else. And that is, yeah, you would have to pry it from my cold dead fingers to do that to it, but anything less than that I think would be like a little bit of a crime. Poor Naz never had another Illmatic. He's had some good albums. He's been consistent. He puts one out like every 2 years or so, and it's pretty good. Jay-Z can't say that. I think actually Naz has the best possible outcome. He made a great album, and you know, he fell off for a little while, but he's been doing good stuff, like consistently good, easy to take for granted for years now. Like reliably, every couple of years he comes out with another. Yeah, right, and he can't make another Illmatic. Let's be honest. Music is for the young. Most people make their greatest music fairly early in their career, and to be a career musician means that a lot of people will just not, you know, they will have no interest in what you do. I think given the circumstances, he's making good music. He's trying hard. What do you want for him to be poor and homeless in 19? But yeah, I mean, look. Ugh, everyone defended that Andre album. Are we ready to be mad about the Andre album yet? Do you hear about this, Joe? We're gonna go in a second. Andre 3000 last year, he released a new album, but it was just him playing the flute for like an hour.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and there's no lyrics at all. There's nothing except him playing the flute, which is like, I mean, it's funny, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people pretended not to be disappointed. I feel like a lot of people were posturing as if, like, how dare you be disappointed? He can do whatever he wants. I think it's funny that he did that because, yeah, he can, of course he can do whatever he wants. Doesn't mean we have to sit there and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got through about 20 minutes of it. It's fine flute music. I didn't ask. Artists gather the bulk of their ideas in their 20s and spend the rest of their lives exploring those ideas. That sounds like a decent rule. They gather experiences in their youth. You know, their childhood, their young adulthood, the years where they're really searching. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not writing about 30s and 40s right now. I'm writing about being a child. But I'm living that right now. So I don't know, I think I'll have something to say. I mean, I think being in my 30s has meant I have something to say about being a child. Because my life is observing a child and trying to send him into the world intact. What do you think, Joe? Should we call it a night? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Maybe.
It's 11:04, but I feel like we could get one last little push in here.
Somebody died. The voice actor for Misty on Pokemon.
She died?
Yeah, Rachel Lillis.
How old was she?
She was like 50. She had cancer.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah.
Aw, R.I.P.
Yeah.
She did the English voice. Oh.
Good battle.
Well, I wish her a good battle. All the way up to Valhalla, where all the greatest warriors go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's not end things on that note. That's sad, though. Worth acknowledging. Anything positive worth acknowledging this week? Anything good happen? Anything at all?
I don't know. Our cats are cute.
Our cats do continue to be cute.
They're cute.
They're cute. I love my cat. I really do. And I'm constantly surprised by it and what a basic bitch it makes me feel like. But I've got such a sweet little cat. And it's just as simple as that, you know?
Yeah, she was like rubbing on my legs before. I didn't even realize she was there. It was cute.
That was cute. Yeah. You know, I think that's the thing about good things. Like things we can complain about are endlessly complex. And the things that we find beautiful, they are complex too, but I often don't feel like disseminating what exactly makes me feel wonderful about those things. I just like to let it wash over me. I just like to be brain dead and say it's cute.
Yeah, my cat is cute. He's really sweet. He always gives me a nice greeting in the morning. I always give him a hug, and you know, like he like falls over, and I love him.
Falls over when you give him a hug.
Yeah,
that's
so
really
cute.
adorable. You hug him, and it's like hugs are not a thing in cats world. I can't actually support the weight of your hug. Makes me fall.
Well, yeah, like there's a way of hugging him he doesn't like you don't want to like make him feel like you're like crowding him. He'll like do this, try to like get away.
Yes, you're right. The universal like oh fuck.
But like sometimes he'll just be like standing there, and I'll hug him, and he'll like bow and like it'd be so cute.
Oh, I
Like,
love
hug him.
I love when an animal bows.
Yeah.
And you just like touch skin to fur.
Yeah.
Two different species, giving each other so much support in this life.
Yeah. Yeah, he like twitches his tail on the couch for some reason. Like his tail twitches, meaning he's really happy. It does it every time.
I love that. I love just living with these little critters and just falling in love with them for like the same reasons over and over again. I mean, it really is as simple as that. Nothing exciting. Just waking up and renewing your love is a wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
Let's all do that this week. Everyone be good. And spooky season's coming. We're not going to talk about that just yet, but let's bring the summer in for a landing. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Pet your cats.
Pet the cat.
Always a good time for a cat.
It's always a good time.
I forget the quote. It's like, no time spent with a cat is wasted.
I would say that's true. Bye. Thanks for stopping